Hey, it's your girl Diggy, and I had a couple things I wanted to talk about because it's kind of scary. I am kind of scared in certain different types of ways. So I want to talk about this coronavirus. Fucking scary. But I'm not even actually really scared of the virus. You know, I've talked to different doctors and they're like, 98% of people are completely okay. It's people over 70 and younger people, or just people with like bad respiratory systems and hearts and lungs and stuff, whatever. So yeah, okay. But also, like, my family, like, I have older parents, so I'm always worried about that. So, like, okay, that makes sense. But I'm more scared of the mass hysteria that it's causing, okay? So I'm like, okay, yeah, the virus is like, whatever. One of the doctors said it's going to come out pretty much simply as a cold, but if you don't have a good respiratory system, it could just, cause a complete paralysis. Okay, yeah, a lot of people might die from that. A small portion, but still, it sucks. People are like, well, okay, well, a lot of people have died from influenza, and a lot of people have died from cancer and this stuff. Yes, they have. But this hasn't caused such a mass hysteria. You don't see people, like, getting tons of toilet paper and just stocking up on stuff because somebody is dying from cancer, somebody's dying from influenza. That's what scares me the most because, like, I lived through the Ebola virus. I lived through the West Nile. I lived through Y2K. I lived through, swine flu, whatever the fuck it is. So I'm like, okay, all right, I've lived through this. It's just probably going to last, 3 weeks to a month. And I'm like, well, we heard about this in January. Now it's March. I'm like, it's still kind of around and it's kind of getting worse, So, like, I can't even go on, like, social media. Like, I hate being on Facebook. I hate looking, and it's like everything is about corona. It's just, like, making my anxiety worse. Whether it's just, like, informative stuff or people just sharing it, but it's getting worse. The thing that gets me is that I went to Dollar General because I had an idea. I was like, okay, I hit 10,000 subscribers. I want to go buy some stuff. I want to do, like, a video there. I was absolutely terrified in there because, like, everyone's just, like, running in there and grabbing stuff. And I was like, okay, like, they're buying up toilet paper and sanitizer and cleaning stuff and whatever. I'm like, okay. So I hopped in. I didn't, like, it wasn't, like, running around, but I was like, okay, I'll get this, because then it made me think, yes, people might need to be quarantined for, like, 2-3 weeks. They shut the NBA down. They shut down local businesses around me. They shut down Disney World, a whole bunch of other, I'm getting, like, emails from, like, companies that I, work with, like, if I go to the movie theaters, Marcus Theaters have been like, hey, we're closing down, whatever. I'm like, okay, like, understandable. They don't want to create places for people to catch it, contract and stuff, whatever. But then I'm like, what if other places do it? Like, places that we need to go, like gas stations. What if we can't even get gas anymore? What if we can't get food? What if Walmart's like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna be open. So, like, that in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to stock up for a little bit just to see how this rides out. And the thing that scared me the most was gas. I paid $1.76 for gas, which, fuck yeah, that's great. It hasn't been that low, and, like, I can't even remember. But I'm like, okay, so the government loves getting our money, especially from gas and oil and everything. So I'm like, if they're losing out on money, that terrifies me, because the one thing that the government doesn't like is losing out on money. So that's where I'm like, okay, we're running out of these, and what if we can't get this anymore? What if it's not closed for just 2 weeks? What if it's closed for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, which is actually 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, That's what scares me, and not the actual virus. Somebody can catch the virus, have it, get quarantined, do whatever, and still kind of be okay, not exactly, quote-unquote, die from it. But that's why I'm like, okay, so this whole mass hysteria thing is the scariest part of the whole thing. And somebody had made a comment, I had seen it. Okay, so you ever notice whenever there's a public, like, what do you call it, a presidential election, I think we're supposed to be doing that this year, that there's always some type of, like, weird disease or weird thing to, like, cause, and I don't want to be one of those paranoid channels that are like, oh, look at conspiracy theory, hashtag Shane Dawson, but, and I don't want to say that the coronavirus is a conspiracy, but it's like, isn't it weird that it came out the year of the election, so I'm like, I don't know what to believe, and I don't want to be one of those people that are just thinking, like, with the crowd. I don't want to be like, oh, this is, whatever. So, am I scared? Maybe a little bit. And I'm like, okay, so yeah, I did buy, like, a whole bunch of toilet paper, a whole bunch of water, and don't know if I mentioned it before because I've been rambling on this whole fucking 5-minute video. Like, yeah, if it turns out in, like, 2 weeks it's okay, or they found a cure, or, this and that, whatever, then so what? I have, like, a whole bunch of toilet paper, a whole bunch of water, and I don't have to go get more in the next 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, that's fine. But if not, like, is it going to get worse? Because like I said, I can't even go on social media. Like, my phone sends me updates, and it's kind of becoming a little bit scary, because it's like, you know, what are they all going to close? What are we all going to lose access to? Like, what if, you know, I have water, but like the people that work in, you know, the electricity, they can't come out, they can't go to their jobs, so we don't have electricity. We don't have access to our cell phones and towers, and we don't have access, you know, what if the people who work for the water company can't come out? They have to stay away from their jobs for 2 to 3 weeks, or if longer. Like, are we going to lose access to clean water, to use the bathroom, to take a shot? Like, you know what I mean? That's the scary part, and that's where I'm kind of like, what do we do as humans, Americans, humans, whatever, everyone's going through this. Like, that's what's scary. And I'm not, like, I am concerned about the virus, and oh my gosh, like, I feel bad for anybody that has it, or contracts it, or gets sick from it, or dies from it. You know, I'm so sorry, that's fucking terrifying. But I'm like, what are we gonna do as a country, and how are we gonna prevail? Like, are we going to, you know, overcome it? I hope. Like I said, I was in the store and there's open racism. Like, there was an Asian, or I don't want to say Asian Orient, I don't know what's offensive, you know, but there's definitely somebody who was maybe Philippine or Japanese or Chinese, and everyone was like staying away from him, and they were just kind of like talking under their breath, and just like, you know, now we lose access to toilet paper because everyone's in there because of the fucking Chinese and stuff. And it's like, it's disgusting, and I'm really scared, because it seems like our world is just getting worse and worse and worse, and I'm terrified. But I feel like if this is Judgment Day, y'all better repent and say your motherfucking prayers, because she's coming. Hopefully not, but just don't. I'm in a mood right now. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about this virus, about all the hysteria, what's going on in your state. I'm from Wisconsin, so this is the update from Wisconsin, at least for where I'm from. It's not everyone's opinion, but just let me know. I want to know some honest opinions. What's going on in your state? Just let me know, because I need some updates. Bye.